Every time you toss your keys carelessly when walking into your home, you may unknowingly be throwing your wealth right out the door. Sounds absurd. Yet this is one of the most dangerous feng shui mistakes almost everyone makes. A key doesn't just open your front door, it symbolizes control, financial flow, and security. Put it in the wrong place, and you quietly invite energy of poverty, financial stress, and chaos into your life. In this video, you'll learn why one small change in where you place your keys can unlock an entirely new flow of prosperity. Hit subscribe and like this video so you don't miss future tips to clear the money flow and unlock hidden luck. If you're serious about your fortune, comment below. I'm moving my keys to unlock the financial flow of my life. You might think keys are just small objects, but in feng shui, they are powerful symbols of control, freedom, and energy flow. A key opens your home's door, but energetically, it also opens pathways for what you allow into your life: wealth, opportunities, meaningful relationships, or conversely, chaos, debt, and financial leaks. When you leave your keys lying around carelessly, you send a subtle signal. You don't respect the energy guarding your finances. You're silently telling the universe, I don't have control over my money, I'm careless. But when you place your keys intentionally, in a specific, clean, quiet, elevated spot, it's a small yet powerful act of respect and alignment with prosperous energy. In feng shui, everything physical mirrors something within you. The way you treat your keys reflects the way you treat your wealth. What you honor expands. This small habit becomes an invisible message to the universe. I deserve to control my assets, my money, and my life. You don't need altars, gold statues, or elaborate rituals. Treat your keys as sacred objects because they symbolize what you're truly safeguarding: your home, your work, your finances, and everything you call mine. Keys may seem like small, harmless objects, but in feng shui, where you place them can make or break the energy of your entire home. When placed carelessly, keys can become energy triggers, silently scattering wealth and attracting financial leaks you don't even realize are happening. Below are 5 forbidden spots for your keys. If you've been leaving them in any of these places, it's time to change, starting today. 1. Near or on top of toilets or bathrooms. Bathrooms represent release and disposal. They're where stagnant and negative energy exits your home, symbolic of things you no longer need. When you leave your keys near toilets or bathrooms, you energetically link your wealth and security to this act of disposal. Imagine putting your financial life next to a drain pipe. That's what this placement does energetically. Over time, you may notice increased unexpected expenses, unstable savings, or a constant feeling that money slips away. 2. On the floor, doormats, or low, near the entrance. The floor represents low energy, what we step on, overlook, or disregard. Placing your keys on the floor, a doormat, or low shelves near the entryway symbolically says, I don't value what these keys protect. Front doors are already high-traffic energy zones where chai rushes in and out. Putting keys there invites chaos and distraction. Keys get kicked, lost, or forgotten. Energetically, this translates to lost opportunities and scattered focus in finances. Think of it this way. Would you throw your debit card on the floor when you walk in? If not, why treat the keys, which guard your home, car, and valuables, with any less respect? 3. On refrigerators, microwaves, or near electronics. Your refrigerator is a symbol of nourishment and stored abundance. It represents food, life, and the energy that sustains your family. Keys, on the other hand, represent opening and closing cycles, movement. Placing keys on top of your fridge creates an energy clash. Preservation versus transition. This tension can lead to subtle feelings of imbalance around food and finances, overspending on groceries, or feeling like abundance never lasts. Similarly, placing keys near microwaves, stoves, or other electronics introduces heat and chaotic electromagnetic energy. This can disrupt the calm, grounded energy you need for stable financial flow. 4. Under or beside mirrors. Mirrors amplify and reflect energy. When keys, symbols of control, sit under mirrors, their energy gets fragmented and duplicated in unnatural ways. This can manifest as confusion in decision-making, difficulty prioritizing financial goals, a sense that opportunities slip through your fingers despite working hard. In simple terms, mirrors double what they reflect. If your keys are carelessly placed there, they double carelessness, not prosperity. 5. Beside trash bins, dusty corners, or neglected spots. Trash bins symbolize waste and rejection. Dusty corners hold stagnant, heavy energy. When you leave keys here, you declare, consciously or not, what I own can be discarded. Over time, this creates a subtle energy of devaluation. You undervalue your possessions. You neglect finances. You unconsciously tolerate mess in other areas of life, like bills or savings. Because it's convenient, because we've never been told otherwise, and because we underestimate how much our daily micro-actions program our subconscious relationship with money. Every careless toss of your keys into a messy, low-energy spot silently tells the universe, I am not worthy of protecting my prosperity. Feng shui is not superstition. It's the language of living energy, and energy never lies. Key lessons to remember. Never leave keys where energy escapes or stagnates. Never place them where you wouldn't place your wallet, important documents, or valuable jewelry. Don't let convenience rob you of silent fortune every day. Keys don't just open doors. They unlock or block your future prosperity. Mixing keys with unpaid bills or junk mail. These items carry the energy of debt and burdens. When keys share that space, you link financial control to heaviness and worry. Hanging keys behind the main door. Each time the door swings, energy jolts violently, creating instability and forgetfulness around finances. Prosperous energy thrives in clarity and intention. Designate a specific elevated spot for your keys, ideally near the entry, but away from direct chaos. Examples: a wooden tray on a console table, a ceramic bowl with a lid placed slightly higher than waist level, a small key hook positioned on the side wall of your entry, not directly behind the door. These small acts turn a routine into ritual. Every time you place your keys there, you reaffirm, I value what I own. I guard my prosperity. Keys aren't just objects. They're energetic access points. Each careless act is a missed chance to align with abundance. Ask yourself, if this key represented the pin to your entire net worth, would you toss it near the trash or on the floor? Your answer will instantly shift how you treat it. When you change this habit, something subtle yet powerful happens. Your home feels lighter and calmer. You feel more grounded, less rushed. Finances begin to stabilize, not because of magic, but because your actions and energy align. This is the core of feng shui. Small external shifts that create deep internal change. Misplaced keys equal scattered energy, lost control. Properly placed keys equals grounded energy, regained control of your life. From today on, never underestimate where you leave your keys. In feng shui, small choices lead to big transformations, and sometimes the smallest object in your pocket is shaping your entire financial destiny. Comment below. I'm ready to respect my keys and invite prosperity. Subscribe for more practical feng shui insights to turn your home into a magnet for calm, stability, and wealth. No one thinks that leaving their keys in the wrong place could affect their entire financial stability and life balance. But in feng shui, it's the small repeated actions you do unconscious that a person who leaves their keys near the trash or the bathroom isn't just creating negative energy in their living space. They're sending a message to their subconscious: my assets aren't important. They can be tossed aside. Over time, this seemingly harmless behavior creates subtle yet powerful effects. You start to feel like you're losing control over spending. You become forgetful, distracted, or misguided. Money flows in and out quickly, but never seems to. Why? Because you're unconsciously living in a mindset of, I see the key in feng shui is a powerful energy symbol for this truth. Feng shui teaches, where there is chaos, energy leaks. Where energy leaks, prosperity drains. If you can't respect the entry point of financial energy, how can you expect it to stay? People who constantly misplace their keys often share other patterns: a sense of being lost in financial thoughts, never feeling secure, a quiet but persistent anxiety about never having enough, difficulty building stable relationships, financially or emotionally. All of this begins not in the stock market, not in the bank, but right at the threshold of your own home. Even more troubling, you lose the feeling of lightness in your living space, that subtle calm that lets you breathe deeply, think clearly, and make wise decisions. Without it, mistakes pile up. You start reacting instead of choosing, and you don't realize the cycle started with something as simple as where you leave your keys. Misplacing keys won't make you broke overnight, but it sets off a domino effect of energy and awareness misalignment, creating a cycle that looks like this: anxiety, distraction, impulsive spending, regret, stagnation, repeat. This is a spiritual trap hidden in plain sight, a tiny misstep leading to big consequences. So today, pause and ask yourself, where am I leaving my keys? Are they holding my financial energy, or leaking it day by day? Many people say, everything just feels stuck: my career, my money, even my relationships. So they attempt big changes, switching jobs, moving homes, even liquidating investments. But after a while, they end up back in the same loop. Why? Because the outer chaos is often rooted in a small inner instability. And that instability begins with how they organize their living space. Your keys are the first thing you grab when you leave home, and the last thing you hold when you return. They set the tone for your departure and your return. If every day begins and ends with tossing your keys carelessly, near the trash, on the floor, buried under clutter, you are unconsciously programming yourself to live in reactive chaos rather than intentional control. Every unconscious act leaves a trace in your subconscious. Every sigh of frustration when you can't find your keys, every moment of irritation when they're tangled with unpaid bills or junk mail, every time you scramble, late for work because you forgot where you put them. Each of these moments sends a signal: I am living in disorder. And in feng shui, disorder is the root of energy loss, and energy loss is the first step toward financial leakage. You might not see the impact immediately. It builds gradually, like a slow leak in a pipe. Over weeks and months, it manifests as constant fatigue that has no clear cause, poor focus and reactive decision-making, a subtle heaviness in the home that dampens motivation. This heaviness creates a feedback loop. You feel tired, so you ignore small habits, and ignoring them perpetuates the chaos. Interestingly, many people report unexpected changes after simply relocating where they keep their keys. A sense of relief and calm when walking into their home, more mental clarity and focus when leaving for work, a surprising shift toward more conscious spending and intentional decisions. It's not magic. It's what happens when you reclaim control over the smallest details, and in doing so, reclaim control over your life. Placing your keys correctly won't magically fix everything outside your home, but it will awaken your inner sense of control, the first and most vital step in transforming your financial destiny. When you honor the small things, the key you touch daily, the ritual of where you place it, you begin telling the universe, I am ready to hold on to what's mine. I am ready for stability. I am ready for prosperity. Now that you know which places to avoid, the more important question is, Where should you place your keys to attract wealth, peace, and financial control? In feng shui, there are 3 energy-harmonizing spots, places where wealth qi naturally flows, gathers, and amplifies. These locations don't just give you peace of mind, they become mini energy stations each time you leave and return home. Location 1. A table by the front door, on the right-hand side as you enter. In classical feng shui, the right side of the entry represents yang energy, action and proactivity. Placing a small elevated wooden tray on a table to the right of your entrance signals that you are actively managing the flow of wealth into and out of your home. Ideal setup. Choose materials like wood, ceramic, or stone for grounding stability. Avoid metal trays, which can feel cold and energetically unsettled. Add symbolic items. A single feng shui coin, a small card with a positive financial affirmation, a citrine or yellow quartz crystal. Together, these create an anchor point for wealth energy, a physical reminder to stay focused and intentional. Location 2. On your work desk or study table, especially if you work from home, your desk is the center of intellect and decision-making, the birthplace of ideas and financial strategies. Placing your keys here in a clean, compact box aligns your material assets with your mental clarity. Key tips. Keep the area tidy. Don't mix keys with cluttered paperwork. Avoid placing them directly next to laptops or phones that emit strong signals. Pair with a small plant, like a jade plant or succulent, to balance energy. This setup symbolizes connecting thought with action, turning insights into tangible results. Location 3. A small wooden cabinet at the center of your home. The center of your home, the heart or central palace, Trungkung, distributes energy to every direction. Placing a small, stable wooden cabinet here to hold important items, including keys, calms the home's entire energy grid. Best practices. Keep this area clean and uncluttered. Avoid stacking items on top of the cabinet. Add a small wind chime nearby to gently circulate qi. This placement stabilizes your home's core energy, ensuring your keys and what they symbolize are neither lost nor scattered. These 3 placements aren't about superstition. They're about intention, reminding yourself daily, I know what I'm doing with my assets. I am intentional. Energy responds to intention. Many people place their keys in correct spots, but feel no shift, because they treat the act as mechanical, not mindful. The difference lies in turning these places into mini sacred spaces. Cleanse and refresh weekly. Wipe the area with a soft cloth, mist with citrus or eucalyptus spray for light, uplifting energy. Light a small candle each Monday morning, symbolizing igniting the week's prosperity. The flame represents life, willpower, and gratitude. Rotate items seasonally. Spring, add fresh leaves. Summer, orange or red crystals. Fall, gratitude notes. Winter, pine or dried flowers. Affirm as you place your keys. Whisper simple phrases like, I restore my energy to order, or money always knows its way back to me. Honor the space. Never let clutter creep into this area. Treat it like a guest seat for wealth itself. When you turn the placement of your keys into a daily ritual, the space begins to respond. Energy flows clearer, luck feels lighter, and most importantly, you reclaim your sense of control. There is one moment almost everyone overlooks. That instant you return home and put your keys down. For most, it's a mindless gesture. Tossing them on a counter, dropping them in a drawer, leaving them on top of the fridge. But in feng shui, this moment is pivotal. It is when your energy from the outside world either settles peacefully or stirs chaos inside your home. And with just a few mindful seconds, you can transform it into a powerful nightly ritual. Picture this. You've had a busy day. Your mind is buzzing with noise from the outside world. You pause for a brief moment, take a slow, deep breath. Hold the keys with both hands, not as mere metal objects, but as sacred symbols of everything you're protecting: your home, loved ones, career, and the life you're building. Walk to your chosen feng shui spot, a clean wooden tray, a stable cabinet, or a small ceramic bowl, and gently place the keys down. Not rushed, not careless, a simple gesture but infused with awareness. Whisper a short affirmation, nothing grand, just a phrase close to your heart. I'm in control of my energy. Money knows its way back to me. Then smile. Not because of anything monumental, but because you've just done something good for yourself. Closing the day with intention, gratitude, and quiet reverence. This tiny act resets your energy for the night, and over time, rewires your subconscious to operate from stability and abundance. True prosperity doesn't come only from big financial strategies or bold moves. It begins with how you organize your everyday life, the tiny details that silently reflect your inner beliefs about money, value, and control. Ask yourself, where do you place your keys every day? How do you treat them? This is more than habit. It's an energy statement you send to the universe. Do I honor what I own? Do I control my luck, or let it control me? Feng Shui doesn't demand overnight change. It offers an invitation to start anew with the simplest actions: a key placed with care, a mindful breath when entering home, a quiet affirmation before bed. Small, consistent acts create new, energetic patterns, which over time form the foundation for true stability and abundance. If you've made it this far, you're likely ready to unlock a new chapter, not with a physical key, but with a daily act of mindfulness and respect. Great changes rarely come from leaps. They begin with steady, quiet steps. You don't need validation from anyone. The universe always responds to the energy you send, and a key, placed correctly and mindfully, becomes your silent message. I am ready to keep my wealth. I am ready for stability. I am ready for abundance. Declare it now. Comment below with something like, I choose to reset my energy into order. And if this video resonated with you, subscribe. Not just for tips, but for an ongoing journey toward a calmer, more prosperous life. A single small act, like subscribing, could be the first step in your deeper awakening.